You suck. I'm gonna roast you.
Hello guys, today we're going to talk about our top 5 favorite video games
Now Fenn
ever.
is giving me too many rules for this video. I just want to talk about cool games and roast him, okay? He's making it too complicated.
It's not complicated, it's a simple... But we're going to talk about honorable mentions too, as well. We each have a few.
Talk about yours first, and then I'll roast your games, and then I'll talk about why my choices are better.
Whatever.
However you want to do it.
Alright, well, I'll talk about my games first, like straight through, and then Mike will talk about his. First, for my honorable mentions. I have NFL Blitz 2002 on Gamecube, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Super Nintendo, and Guitar Hero 2 on the PS2. Now, I enjoy these games. The reason why they're not like in the top 5 is really more out of just preferences, really, because MMPR is just very linear. Blitz 2002, it's the only Blitz game I play. I haven't played all of them, or the legit ones, so I can't really put that higher. In Guitar Hero games are kind of, they're super old school, kind of, at this point, and I'm not, like, super in love with them as much as I was in my youth because of, like, limitations in gameplay and whatnot. But, yeah.
Well, a lot of... I thought you were going to go through a whole list.
Yeah, I thought you were going to roast my honorable mentions, but if you want me to do everything
I want to wait till you tell me all your games.
Okay. Alright, so here's my number 5. My number 5 is the first Super Mario Brothers game on the Nintendo.
That's a good game.
I like that game a lot. It's just because it's so iconic, really, more than anything. Of course, I've played other Mario variations, but I haven't experienced all the Mario games. All these games that I'm talking about are games that I featured on Learning About Video Games or the sports game reviews, because those are really my first time playing video games. But yeah, Super Mario Brothers, it's just iconic, and I love the sound, I like the gameplay and all that. It's very simplistic, it's iconic, it's kind of 5. It's not higher because I haven't really completely indulged myself in the franchise yet.
Like those kind of older games, they help introduce you to the characters and the series, but they're not really so good compared to today's games.
Well, they're more linear. It's not like...
They're more simplistic.
Yeah. And number 4 is Golden Axe on Sega Genesis.
Now that's almost a simpler game.
What I like about it is how it's really organized. Really, that's the main thing, because you have a very varied menu. You have a normal play. You can also play arcade style.
Yo, Fenn, are we gonna have like clips from the game in this video? We should edit something in. Because they're not gonna know
when I introduce the picture, when I introduce the game, I'll try to show a picture of the game itself, like the cover. Or
You're gonna have to have me help you out with that.
Because but Golden Axe. What I love about Golden Axe is really, and plus, if all the games I'm talking about, if you want to know more about them, watch the videos, because all the games I'm talking about are in the videos.
Not all the ones I've talked about.
Well, your choices I think are a bit more popular though, but we'll get to yours in a little bit. Golden Axe, yeah. Golden Axe, it's a lot like, it has fucking, there was a franchise of it, although I think it got a little bit overshadowed by just like, because Nintendo was so huge, and Sega didn't get the chance to really get going like Nintendo did in video games, really. But the thing I love most about Golden Axe is really just the atmosphere in it. I just like that kind of, this medieval, mystical, epic style to it, kind of similar to like the Conan movies or even Lord of the Rings to a farther stretch. But yeah, for number 3. It's the Slugfest 2004. This was one of the first video games I've played, and what I love so much about it is just kind of this kind of campy arcade style gameplay. It was from the same people who did Blitz games, but what I like about this also is the fact that it's baseball. Baseball was the first sport I played as a kid, and it just kind of resonated and connected with me really well. There's other Blitz games. There's like 4. I only played 2 of them. The other one being '06.
Tell me, would people still want to play these games today?
I think so. For the honorable mentions, it's kind of a mix, but I think a lot of it's just for the retro activity.
Let's talk about Slugfest.
Slugfest. I think Slugfest would be a good game to play just because I think what helps is that arcade cheesiness can be timeless. Really, it can be played.
It just makes it fun to play.
And plus, I mean, the rosters can have a nostalgic value as well. You don't
always need it for that, though.
You don't need it for that. You don't need that for either. Arcade fun style. It's fun. And replaying it, I didn't recognize how good it looked. I didn't realize how good it looked after playing so many games. Because when I first played it, it just looked like a standard PS2 game. But pre-playing it, it kind of surprised me that it looked better than I thought. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was number 3. Number 2 is Madden 25.
That's a good game.
What I love about Madden 25 is I love the Madden games in general, but I think what really sticks it with me Madden 25, it just feels like it should conclude the series. Like this should be like the last like year Madden, you know. But they kept it going and they're fine, but there's something about Madden 25. I mean, there's nothing about it specifically that's different from like Madden 13 or Madden 15 or whatever. It just has that.
Honestly, it's just the look and feel of the game.
Yeah, it's just like how it just feels like 25, like 25 years of fucking Madden. And plus, while a cool feature also is like having historic coaches in their playbooks. That's pretty cool. I like that feature.
What's your number 1?
My number 1. My number 1 is Spider-Man 2 on the Gamecube. This is the first video game I've ever played in my life.
That doesn't mean it's very good. You're not exactly
It is good, by the way. I don't think Mike's ever played it.
I have, but you've yet to impress me.
Impress you? I think what I love about it is really when I first grew up with it. First of all, when I grew up with it, it was a superhero game. I played it, and what I loved about it, it was kind of like similar to Grand Theft Auto games, where it's like an open world, and it kind of has the same design and looks. Only instead of being like a crook, you're fucking Spider-Man. And most of the time, what I did when I was younger is I go out around and beat up bad guys on side missions, and that shit's fun because you can have so many ways of fighting. You can explore by going through the air with webs. You can do so much with that, and plus then there's the story, which is pretty good. I never really got super far, and I think the most I've gotten far in terms of like story, I think it was like Black Cat and Rhino fights.
Are you ready for me to roast you yet? So you're telling me the look and feel are great, the side quests are great, but you're telling me you never beat any of these games.
Well,
you
no.
never completed them. That's lame, okay?
Well, dude, keep in mind, dude, like, when I grew up, I was not really super... The video games I played were usually sports games, and sports games are different. I have won the Super Bowl in sports games and all that shit.
I know, but that's
the stuff I've played.
What about a game like The Stick of Truth? Okay, you praise that game.
Yeah, I like it. I like the game.
But yet, for someone who wants to play a game for more than 10 hours, there's very little value. And yet, you don't trash the game. You praise other games you've never even completed.
Well, it's not about completing the game. It's about like it's not about completing the game for me. It's about like that initial experience that draws me in. That's what it's about for me.
That's completely not the point for me.
Well, dude, that's because you grew up differently. You grew up with the standard gaming experience. I didn't. So we're gonna have different opinions on it.
Can I tell you my games now?
Yeah.
Alright, so when I'm looking for games, I really want to be able to complete them and have some good gameplay, good experience. put some time and thought into the game before I actually beat it. That's why the Madden games aren't high on the list. I put it as an honorable mention, Madden 25. Now, you can play them as much as you want, but you never get the same look and feel and experience as you do the first couple times you play it. It's not there. But some of these other games you can revisit and they get better. Another honorable mention was NCAA football. Has one of the best covers on a game with
Denard Robinson.
NCAA 14, and the Legend of Zelda series is up there. The only reason they didn't make the cut is because they are just older games that set the standard, and the gameplay's not always great compared to newer games. Some of the games that really stand out to me are Zelda Ocarina of Time and Zelda Majora's Mask. Those games you can beat a couple times. I've gone through so many different modes, levels, quests, side quests in that game, and there's a lot of gameplay. There's a ton of value. If you ever revisit those games, those two are two of the best. But even the new Zeldas, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, the newest stuff that they've come out with, every game in the Zelda series is pretty much gold, which is why it's honorable mention on the list. Next in the series, number 5. Halo 3. That's a really good game. The map maker is spot on. You got good characters, good armor, good online gaming, split screen, zombie mode. Do pretty much what Call of Duty copied after, but that's beside the point.
Call of Duty hater.
The bottom line is, before Call of Duty was all about future soldiers, Halo was the actual future soldier game that wasn't gay. Just kidding.
I gotta catch up with Red vs. Blue. That reminds me. Ever saw that one show? Red vs. Blue?
Yeah, dude. But I'm just kidding. Nothing really gay. Whatever. The thing is, Call of Duty kind of copied this style, which is why, although they improved some gameplay, Halo gets on the list at number 5. Number 4 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Oh.
This is the perfect balance between future and past warfare. And then it's got good characters, good maps, good setup, easy to level up. Getting a nuke is the most badass thing you can ever do. And I never got a nuke, but my brother would get nukes and nukes for days.
He'll just nuke your ass.
Nukes, okay? Never even dominated the map. Just got 25 kills and said, goodbye, bitches. Woo! Yeah, that's how it goes. One of the coolest games to play. My number 3. Okay, this is a single-player game for the most part. It's Total War Medieval 2. This is an online game for all the PC gamers out there. There's not many, but we're the master race. We don't need everyone. The thing about this game is replay value. It's definitely there. Go through lots of different factions, campaigns. The plot, the look and feel of the game, the gameplay is really good. It's one of the best games I've ever played, except for number 1 and number 2 on this list. Number 2 is Assassin's Creed 2. The Assassin's Creed franchise, the first game is a really good game, but obviously the peak was the second game. Okay, they introduce a new character, new gameplay, new missions that aren't dull, and you can finally get a crossbow without completing hundreds and hundreds of levels and side quests for no reason, because you've already beat the game to unlock all these areas. By the time you finally get a crossbow, you're bored, and it takes hours and hours. there's literally no point to doing it. You get into this game, you get Ezio Auditore. His family is killed. He flees his homeland, gets a new castle, gets guns, get a horse. You get everything. You get to hang out with Leonardo da Vinci. It's a really cool game. A historical game for those kind of people. My #1 series and one of the best games I ever played is Mario Brothers series and Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. It's an old game. When I first played it, I fell in love with the Mario Brothers. And those guys are cool as fuck. I got a hat I probably should be wearing, but whatever.
It would have been a spoiler.
Yeah, it would have ruined it. The bottom line is, everything that Mario touches is gold. We're going to play Mario Party soon enough.
Yeah, we want to try to do it with all our roommates, but it's hard to say. It's kind of up in the air right now. But
we were playing the Mario baseball game. We have new footage for that. It's one of the best games you can play.
It's all scheduled to sub. It'll be released. It should.
The Mario Sports Mix. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
When we play that, it's got so much potential for just leveling, tournaments, party game.
Yeah.
Mario Party's that way too. You can play it with a group of people. There were spin-off series from characters from Mario. You got Donkey Kong series, Yoshi Story, Luigi's Mansion.
Actually, Mario was I think Mario spawned off from Donkey Kong actually.
Yeah, however you want to put it. The Mario Brothers, Super Mario World. That's my #1 game. It introduced me to a world of gaming.
I still have to get to that one. I plan on looking for Super Mario Brothers 2, even though a lot of hardcore fans probably would hate on me because Super Mario Brothers 2 is technically not
Hey, Super Mario 64. That turned into Drake and Josh memes. So just be happy.
Drake and oh my god, I gotta watch Drake and Josh again.
You're crazy. I'm not gonna watch it again.
Why?
Because I just like the memes. I don't want to watch them again.
That's stupid.
That's like paying them 2 times.
That's like choosing to watch a Michael Jackson hologram. It's like, what the fuck's the point?
Well, I don't have to pay Michael Jackson again.
Pay Michael Jackson again? You don't have to pay for Drake and Josh. It's free to stream on Hulu.
If you have Hulu.
Yeah.
If you want to watch those commercials.
Oh, commercials! You know what? I'm tired of the bitching about commercials. Fucking deal with it, okay?
Take a minute. Video.
I'm sorry. Take a minute and a half to grab a snack or whatever, or do some writing or schoolwork or some shit. It's not that fucking hard.
Oh, come on.
But yeah. But yeah, that was our top 5. Yeah, pretty simple. I mean, they could easily change over time. I think mine will change a lot over the course of a period of time. I don't know about Michael. Mike's more experienced in gaming, so I don't know.
These are games that will stick with me forever. Yeah. They might become less important, but I'll still remember playing them.
Yeah, I will too. But yeah. I think that's all we have to say about that. But
we need to show some clips. We should have like a 1 or 2 minute section of clips from these games at the end of the video.
Dude, that is gonna be super hard to do.
We should have pictures then.
I can do pictures, but
they need to see what we're talking about.
Oh
it's
yeah,
I'm gonna do any experience.
I'm gonna do pictures, but the video thing that will be impossible to do.
You sure?
Oh yeah, trust me. Because getting the footage, editing it in, it takes time and skill that I do not have yet.
Alright, what are we going to do now?
Well, at the end of this video, we're going to show a list, comparison of our lists for a bit, and then, of course, the video will end. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.